Do you guys remember the Sackcloth Preachers? There was a period where they were all over the streets, and particularly in Joburg, I used to see them a lot. And so I thought, what exactly did they preach? What were they preaching? I remember seeing them. I remember meeting them. I remember hearing some of their preachings, and they were so devoted to it. Sometimes you'd meet, particularly him. I do remember meeting him, and sometimes he'll be with like kids and a woman and stuff. They were like a whole lifestyle that followed this sackcloth entire thing. So I woke up with this thought, what did they preach? I used to hear them, and so we thought they were very devoted. What did they preach? Now, I want to pair that subject with what the message of the Bible is. And I thought, good combination. It's the Reality Show, daily Christian commentary videos. Other videos done today to be down in the pinned comments. This is just the first video of the day. If you haven't seen, this is a new number that we have, so save it up just in case I'll be able to WhatsApp you over there. So let's go back. What did these guys preach? So I'm going to just break it up into like 3 different videos, because there are people that are interested in the sackcloth life. That's another group. But then there's the preachers of the sackcloth life. And so I thought, let's go that route. Now they speak Xhosa. I'm not a Xhosa, but we'll try. Right. The pastor doesn't give people time to ask questions. If he preaches, it's done. Nobody asks questions. Pastor? Okay, so he says, because the things that the preacher is teaching is from the Catholic Church. It's not from God. It's not from him. It's from the Catholic Church. Oh, okay. So I'm starting to get a vibe here. Okay, I'm starting to get the white church vibe. You know, the white people church, black people church, truth. Okay. So I don't know if he's talking about the Bible, that to say in the Bible it to be written like that, to say which way we should go. Like I said, I don't hear Xhosa all the way.
But you are breaking the law.
Okay, so the laws that they are giving you is from the Council of Churches. Now I wonder, what teaching, what doctrine then does he teach from? Let's listen. In the church they do one thing.
Emva kokuthandaza kusukuma abanobungqina ngelizwi balingqine elizwi. Emva kobungqina kungena abamkela abazinikelayo. Emva kokwabazinikelayo kwenziwa ntoni ke ngoku abafuna ukuthandazela. Emva kokuba bathandazele kuhanjiswa isitya somnikelo. Emva kwesitya somnikelo kuvalwa inkonzo. Bayaphuma bayagoduka. Nangecawe elandelayo still kusazohanjwa kuleyo platform.
Okay, so what is breaking down is the timeline of how people do church services. So I was a bit hesitant. I was thinking, is he going to break down the Roman Catholic version, or is he going to break down the way that we have? He says, we get into church, you sing a song, you do a prayer, they read the Bible, and then the person who interprets, and then y'all sit down. Those that need prayers get prayers, and then things. So, okay. And then he says, even next week you're going to come back and you're going to do that. Yeah, but we have midweek services so that Sunday, it's main message, right? preaches the main message. During the week, we can have the discussions, questions, whatnots.
Nangale
Structure.
yacawe kuzanto ke yabomba kuqhutyeka
La procedure uthetha ngayo yento zalapha emhlabeni.
yasecaweni uba kuhanjwa kanje wena ozoqhamuka wena nenye ishedule kungeyiyo le uyasika.
You who is against this schedule. Yeah, but you see, the schedule allows order, right? So that the preacher speaks, he preaches. They might do it differently in different churches. Like if you go to house churches, you'll find that maybe people just sit, they share the word, and then people say what they think. Either way, it's going to be like that. They will have to have a format. Now, if a new person comes and just comes and brings their own order, and then we're just swinging into, that creates chaos. Because many different people have their own ideas. So it doesn't address order. So
Thasene necawe.
Now kula ndawo yomnikelo.
On money.
Unyani njani la ndawo because ndikholwa uba bathatha eBhayibhileni la ndawo yomnikelo.
I wouldn't ask him about money because his clothing tells you what he thinks about the pursuit of money.
Kangicacisele ngayo nobunyaniso bayo.
Umnikelo mfethu kukuba uncede umuntu kuloo nto esweleyo. Unikela ngento yakho emntwini yamnceda. Ngoku ingxaki ezitaweni kuthathwa ezi zinto eziyinyaniso bazisebenzise endaweni erongo.
So in churches, they take these things that are right, but then they use them the wrong way. Because in offering, you are supposed to be giving the person who is in need.
Umnikelo mfethu into basincedana apha ekuhlaleni. Ngoku bona bayithatha le nto uba hayi nikele ecaweni. Xa unikele ecaweni unikela kuThixo. Kanti ke
So his problem is that giving to the church is that you are giving to God. By giving to God, we mean giving to the people of God. So I don't know about what churches other people go to, but when the money goes into the church pocket, it's meant to do all these other things. Unless you're in the cults. In the cults, the pastor enriches himself. But if you are in a well-structured church that cares about the people in its community, it will have all these things that assist in that area. His issue is giving money to the church. Okay.
kumnikelela uThixo ngento etyiwayo kanye into yokuthenga nanto yokunxiba. Ezo zinto zinikelele ebantwini abazisweleyo. Hayi kuThixo akasweli kutya, akasweli kunxiba uThixo, akaswelanga mali uThixo. Ezo zinto zikunceda omnye umuntu ngazo.
Okay. So this is the first video. So I'm wondering, was this what he was always preaching? But I think there's another video that actually addresses what they believe. But before I go to that video, I'm gonna go to the video which actually talks about the sect people, like people that adopt this type of lifestyle and stuff like that. There was a video that was done by the Sunday Times.
People, because of the 9-5, it's like they caught up in a rat race in a way, caught up in a cycle. So the sackcloth must break that loop for themselves. So they venture into nature. The sackcloth is a total devotion to nature, to the point where we're denouncing accepted norms. So they
Okay, so this is the sackcloth people. These ones are in Cape Town. And so they say it's to break away from the norms, but to devote to nature or to resort to nature. No, we can't all do that, because the city is crowded. We don't all have gardens and them kind of things. And so this is a similar ideology or similar thing, but just that one is within the religious bracket. You could kind of like put it like that. And so, okay, just so that you have a framing, these were all videos from a while back. So you can go and look for those videos like sackcloth people, South Africa. But this particular one, it's actually called Meet the Mysterious Sackcloth People in the Mountain. And so it's this idea of adopting to nature, not necessarily God for these ones. And so for him, it sounds like he has an issue with the church. But then there is a second video, right? In this video, I think it became more clear. Y'all tell me. This is where I feel like it became more clear what the sackcloth people were preaching. I remember meeting them, hearing them, and what. We'll stand there, listen, like, dude looking weird. We're not saved. We're like, what's going on here? So, this is what they were preaching. So, I found it quite interesting finding this video. You have questions? Even though you might not have anyone to ask. Okay, so you can hear here is including amasiko. So ancestral, honoring, ancestral worship type of vibes. If this ancestral thing is true, why do these things happen?
Isithixo asibuzwa kuba xa ubuza ngaso uxelela uba xa ubuza uzibizela isiqalekiso siyakwengaka ukuqalekiswa sizothula singabuzi sithule nemibuzo yethu angazi lilizwi kaloku elizokwenza wazi ilizwi ke ngeke ukuthi uzolazi kufuneka senze imisebenzi yenyama ukuze wazi ilizwi akwenze kube ilizwi lingumoya kaloku izawuthi.
Okay, so it's clear he doesn't revere the Bible. It is really more, yeah. So there's just no Bible. Like he's not even mentioning that. He's, this dependency to spirit. It's the same subject that I was talking about when we were talking about the message of the cult. It refers people to spirit. Whatever spirit you find, that. So I'm starting to note.
Lili uthiwa ukholo kukweyiseka zezinto ezingabonwayo ezithetshwayo hayi bakukweyiseka zezinto ezibonwayo ezingabonwayo umqondisi uyabona kodwa lona ukholo kukweyiseka zezinto ezingabonwayo xa soyibonile into usakho ayiselo kholo lolo uyayazi uyibonile ukholo kuba into ikoyise ungayibonanga.
So here's explaining faith and belief and whatnot. But my issue with him is this reference of spirit. You see, the issue is he doesn't have a core authority of the message. It's just spirit. It's just spirit that he's just referring to, If you have the Spirit of God, but then core point of authority is the Bible. And so, because he doesn't have that, can just quote to other ideas. Okay, now I understand why I never listened. Okay, you search the spirit with... Yeah, but you see, that's why we have doctrine. So if... okay, you see what I mean? So it says, because you don't have the right spirit or the spirit of truth, when a person comes with a lying spirit or deceptive spirit, you can't see it because you yourself have a lying spirit. Now, we can all agree there's a point of truth, and then you understand. But then, like I said, core point of authority is not there. You see? So that's a dependency on spirit, and that can be very deceptive. It can be very deceptive because people have been listening to a spirit, but then they will then question, is this the right spirit? Is the right spirit? Doctrine gives us that. And people used to interact with him a lot. This is not just in this case. I remember when I used to see him in the city, it was just as about the same as you see it here. The Son of God was hidden. No, he's not. He's not. He's pretty much well revealed. But anyways, let me just let it play a little bit. You guys will tell me if I should do the second part. We're not told. Okay. She asked about the Son of God. It was hidden. So even the belief that people were given, it's not the one of the Son of God. But the Bible will tell you what that is. But remember, he doesn't have the core point of authority. The Bible. So the one that people are busy running up and down with, it's not the true one. So which one is it? Because you're only referring to spirit. Let me finish. The Bible. It's what?
Ithetha ukuthini lo nto? Kuthathwe amazwi kaThixo akuzwa namazwi oBhahali wabhalwa phansi eBhayibhelini.
Oh, so his belief is that, interesting, is that the Bible was written. They took some of the words of God and then they mixed it with some of the teachings of Baal. And that's what made up the Bible. So he doesn't have core point of authority, which is the Bible as a whole, to make a reference to speaking to authority. Like when you speak to authority, when you are able to say, this is what the truth is. So he can't do that because he doesn't cite to any point of authority. It's just spirit. Interesting that that's what he says. Because inside there is the word of Baal. Interesting. So this is what they used to preach. I thought to ask the question today. As I woke up, sometimes I plan my own content, but then it's like this thing just come. Talk about this one. So you can see how this faith has been tested over the years, and it was only a matter of time. So where are they now? It's clear this message has become mainstream. The message that they're speaking has become very much mainstream, questioning everything, question the Bible, so forth and so forth. And so everybody pretty much talks about this type of stuff. I don't know if they're still there. I don't know if they're still preaching or if they're still going out there. But you can see where the error is at with what they teach or what they were teaching. It lacked a point of authority. The Bible is a point of authority. Okay? If you are critiquing the Bible without the Bible or a direct quotation, even like when you make it a direct quotation, it makes it easier for us to say, based on what this person is saying, is it biblical, is it true, or is it not? He talks about the Catholic, he talks about politics, he talks about the politics of the church, and he mixes that with truth. He speaks about the message that we've believed the Bible, we've believed the message of the Bible, and it's very clear. The Bible says the Spirit bears witness with us that we are the sons of God. And so when he talks about Baal, without any point of authority, it creates all kinds of errors. So, y'all tell me, should I do the part 2? looking into other aspects of, because the video that I'm looking at here, it's about 12 minutes. I've only watched 3 minutes. I watched this one and then I watched this one. And so if y'all want me to do the second part, I think this one is pretty much clear. It gives me a clear idea of what they were preaching. Now I can understand, oh, okay, so this is what those guys used to preach. A mixture of African beliefs and traditional worship, and a stray away from biblical theology. Hey, the Bible Africa needs the Bible. Like really, this thing has been grilling in our ears for way too long. So I thought this was quite an interesting one. Y'all tell me your thoughts. And if you do kind of remember any other videos, do remember to WhatsApp me, particularly on them. You can WhatsApp me those, and then I'll do a part 2 to this one, or I'll continue this part to hear the other parts of what exactly did they preach. Today I had this question: what exactly were these people were preaching? So I think I kind of understand what's going on now. It's Ricky. Other episodes done today? Down in the pin comments, and y'all have a good one.